What's up, everybody? It's Conger Live. We're back again with another DC Worlds Collide video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the update that may be coming, and what we're really going to be doing is looking at the gameplay options menu. I'm not sure exactly how to call this, but the HUD, or when you're actually in battle, manually controlling what all the different parts mean and what they do to help you just kind of understand manual play a little bit better. If you're new to the channel, ninja kick that like button and subscribe for more content. And with that, let's get into it. You are now watching Conger Live, part of the DC Worlds Collide content creator program. Okay, so first off, I'm in my mail because I wanted to go ahead and show you guys this. I already collected it. Some people may have gotten this, some people may not have gotten this. Dear Summer, due to the server fluctuations, some summoners were unable to log in and may encounter some problems in the battle assist. Sorry for the inconvenience, and here is some compensation. Thank you for your understanding. So we got 10 advanced tickets, or super encrypted tokens. I'm at 144, really waiting for that update. So should be getting a guaranteed legendary when a new legendary comes, because it's 150, and I think I've already done a couple draws. We got 10 advanced assist guides, so this is really cool. Can summon those advanced characters for the battle assist. 2,000 gems, okay, not bad. 10 pool, and then beginner assist guide, 10 of those. So that was really cool. If you got that, great. If not, sorry to hear that, but I think my server was one of the servers that experienced issues. I personally didn't notice it, but there was a decent amount of time, I think a couple days ago, there was like no battle assists for me to battle. I just thought that my clanmates weren't summoning at the time I was playing. I don't really know. But I think for our gameplay stuff, we'll go ahead and go into battle assist to show how that works. Okay, so we want to go ahead and we'll go ahead and summon. I'm going to summon a basic one. I do have 10 challenge attempts. So we'll get to do this a couple times, plus I have some assists I can do over here. We'll go ahead and click rally, although with the basic ones you don't really need to worry about that too much. Nice thing about having all those assists gifted is that there's not a shortage of advanced to assist with. You definitely want to assist for the 2 reward pieces from your friends. So before I get started, when we have down here, you have your collection items, priority order 1, 2, 3. The only time the priority matters is if they have the same like turn cooldown. Then it's going to choose the priority 1, 2, or 3 before the others. If you're on autoplay, if you're on manual play, then it doesn't matter. You get to choose when you cast it by clicking on it. And then you have your lineup down here. Of course, you scroll through to pick the characters you want. This is the team I like using for these battle assists fights. And then you can organize your ultimate lineup, but this only matters if you're playing on auto. If you're playing on manual, then it really doesn't matter unless you have a preference as to who you like to be where for when you click. I think if I were to play on auto, I think it probably went like this. Don't know why it wasn't like that. But we're going to play on some manual play for this. And then right here, this is where you decide to equip your resonance, tactical resonance. Of course, I can't select Lex's because I only have one support. He needs to have a support and a tank on his team to do that. But I do really like Killer Frost's. You need 2 other DPS characters to activate hers. So that's the one I'm using there. And then you click fight. Now what I need to do is I need to turn off my auto, and I need to slow it down since I'm playing on manual play. Okay, so first off, I should be using my chair right away, so I definitely need to make sure I click that. The chair, of course, gives me the extra energy over here on the left. So let me pause it for a second. What I'm not happy about is that when I pause it, all the HUD goes away. I really would like it if when I pause it, I could maybe click on a character and read the details of all the status effects, the buffs, and the debuffs that they have on them. That would be really, really helpful, but it's really just freeze and then go away. So I'll do my best to talk about this while the fight continues. Lower the volume a little bit because I think the game volume's a little bit crazy. So you can choose which you want to summon first. Now, because I have some debuffs, maybe I should use Lex. Haven't played with Lex today on this device, so only displaying his animation one time. That cleared the buffs. Now, because this is battle assist, I really just need to get as much points in as possible in the 7 turns. There's really no failing. Even if you lose all your heroes, it's gonna say succeed and let you know how much you've succeeded for. Now, I'm going to use Hal next because he's got a decent amount of shields after the shields he gave his team and the shields that Lex gave him. So he's going to get decent attack buff for his ultimate. And with only 2 enemies, I'm going to hit each of them quite a few amount of times, which is actually going to net more damage than Wonder Woman's Big Slam. So that's the reason why I'm going with those first. Now, because I just want to get as much damage in as soon as possible, I'm going to use my collection items as quickly as I can, which I have. And then the reason why I'm not using the mirror is because I don't take enough damage in these turns to really lose out on anything. Now, what I probably could have and should have done is use Zatanna's special first, but since I didn't do that, I'm going to go ahead and use Killer Frost's, because Zatanna's special, even though they don't have buffs for me to take away from them, she does give the defense down on them. Forgot exactly what it's called. I do have a status effect video, so you see you get 2 stacks of. Wish I could click on it and it would show it exactly what it is. But it's a shield with a down arrow, so you know they're going to take more damage after what she's done. Now I'm going to let him add those bleeds, and then I will use the shield from Lex to clear all those debuffs. And then I will go ahead and use Hal's. Now notice that we have all these time crystals. They look like hourglasses with numbers next to them. That's the amount of cooldown times that it takes for the ultimate to be ready again. So after that character takes a turn, then you're able to use the ult again. Wonder Woman has a 2-turn cooldown. We also have the hourglass on the left here with all the character face icons. That is the action bar. It's showing the order in which they go. Faster characters are going to move on this more quickly. Any manipulation to action bar, whether it be speeding it up, like Killer Frost with her ultimate, she will jump up 60% when you use that based on hers. So she just jumps up, or if anybody slows action bar down, removes the action bar, then that would then push them back like Flash. So this helps you have an idea of whose turn it is. And then the gold one, that is the actual turn meter one. So you can actually have characters who are fast take turns more than once per round. But you get 7 rounds in these action bars. I think that's about it. Buffs, debuffs are hanging above their heads. You need to have 5 turns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to fill up the meter to then earn more ultimate energy. We're going to go ahead and go back in here and finish Killer Croc off. And I'm going to go ahead and hit fight, turn it onto auto this time, speed this thing up. So you start on round 1, you get 3 energy. After every action, you get 1, unless of course the chair, how it gave us this icon here with the arrow above it, which is called, why can't I think of what it's called? Anyways, that gives you 2 marks on your ult charge meter instead of 1, an extra each turn. So with the level of my throne, I get 3 turns where I'm getting 2 from Wonder Woman because she's the strongest. It adds that to your strongest hero. And we're going to be able to finish Killer Croc pretty quickly. If there are status effects, they're going to show up a number with the status effect on the hero. And once again, you have to wait that many turns before they can use their ult again. Now, things like silence, freeze, if their ult is not on cooldown, or even if it was on cooldown, after they take their turn and they lose their status effect, if you have the energy, that person could then use their ultimate. They won't use their stunt or basic attack, but they will have a chance to come out of a status effect in Still User Ultimate. I hope this was helpful for those of you who weren't quite sure about how all those things work. If there's something I missed, make sure you ask me a question and I will make sure I address it in the comments down below. I want to talk about next week's update. Is it coming? Isn't it? Because today we should have had an update if there was something. We would have gotten news about it 2 days ago. Shuxia had this to say. So first off, there was the issues with the servers, which is why we got the rewards we got earlier that I showed you at the beginning of the video. And then what she said a couple days ago is that we should have something by the end of July. Well, with the pattern of getting news of the updates on Tuesday and the updates coming on Thursdays, 1 week from today, we should have an update. Is it going to be a big update? I have no idea. Are we going to get a new character? I have no idea. I would imagine we're going to get a new character, legendary, with some events to go along with that. Thank you guys, of course, again for watching. Like always, Ninja, kick that like button, subscribe for more content, and we'll see you in the next video.